Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped. Something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
It's funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. So where would you like to start today? Do you have a part or a trailhead?
Yeah, so Tuesday, I got triggered by a situation. There's this guy in, where I'm staying, not in my house, but in the groups that we have 3 groups a week where we meet with the same group of people. And this one guy has been sexually harassing a bunch of women and asked me out on a date, and we're not supposed to date. And so that made me feel uncomfortable. And just that alone started to trigger some of my, sexual trauma and, feeling like, oh, it's not safe. This is supposed to be a place where, we don't get hit on,
Yeah.
And then, this guy's 63 and he's hitting on my friend who's 21, and that's the same age as my niece, and being graphic with her. And that really upset me. And, this long story short, it came up in our group. I brought it up because he was targeting her, and I wanted him to know, we had reported him, but he was still doing the same behavior and not remorseful at all. And I was pissed off that he was targeting my friend. And so I was like, look, this needs to stop, and that kind of thing. And then this other guy in the group, it's mostly men. It was just me and my friend who were the women. And the one guy was like, you guys need to get over this. I'm tired of hearing about it. And I was like, I kind of want to tell you to fuck off for trying to silence me. I had explained in the group, not in details, but I was like, I've been sexualized by my dad, and then dozens of men in between, then and now. And it's very triggering. And a lot of my childhood stuff I don't remember, but I know it happened. It's in my body. So, and this guy, so first I had the one guy telling me to shut up, and that was, triggering of reminding me of other times in the past when it happened and not being like believed by the community and the community supporting the men, some of the stories. And then the guy who was the harasser started being, gross and saying, they're sending me pictures, graphic pictures. They probably didn't tell you that, but everyone I talked to, none of them had sent it. So he's, either he's making it up, he lied and said that he didn't ask me out. And anyway, point is that I got triggered and I blew up and I don't even remember all that I said other than fuck off and fuck you, and I left and I was going to leave where I'm staying. I was like, this place isn't safe. And thankfully I had, a bunch of like roommates and friends that were supportive and my counselor. And they ended up eventually, it took like several days, but they ended up kicking the guy out. But, so I'm grateful for all of that external support, but internally I was just like, oh, here we go again, another situation where the abuser gets to stay and have his voice heard. And, I'm being silenced and not heard or protected. And I felt defeated and, I don't know.
Sorry you had to deal with all that.
Thank you.
So, when you think about it now, like when you think about the different parts that came up around that, is there one in particular that I don't know, you felt like was too much, or that you'd like to focus on as being like, wish that it had gone differently on your end?
I don't know exactly the part, but I know I wish that I had been able to not let him get to me. I wish that I had been able to like remain calm in my truth and stay strong in that, but not let, does that make sense without me explaining why?
Yeah. You wish that it hadn't been so just turbulent inside.
Yeah. Like, I don't care that I told him to fuck off or that I left or any of that, but in the future, if I know obviously situations are going to come up, and I would like to be able to remain calm and less turbulent internally,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess talking to that part and trying to figure out how else it can get your attention and how best you can respond to it, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see if you can conjure that part up, try to ask it to, or maybe put yourself back there a little bit to evoke that part and see if you can sense where it is, what it feels like.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like my chest, from my chest, like face to my chest. It's kind of, it's like a little bit fiery.
Yeah. How are you feeling towards it now?
I'm feeling curious.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let it know, and then just ask it what it would like for you to know about it.
Okay. It's interesting. I see like it's a young girl in the midst of flames, like not that she's on fire, like that she is the fire. And, her fists are clenched and she's like very angry. And she's like, no one's touching my body.
Yeah. Yeah. And that all makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so just let her know that makes sense to you. And that you see her, and you see that fiery energy about her. And does she notice you? Does she feel like she's seen by you?
Yeah, she does.
Great. And it might go without saying, but do you understand her fear, what she's afraid of if she doesn't get your attention that way?
She's afraid I won't stand up and protect myself.
Yeah.
That the only way is to get angry and set things on fire.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Try to show her that, and try to show her any appreciation you have for wanting to keep you safe.
Yeah, she hears me. She's still very focused on her job, but
yeah,
she's taking it in.
Yeah. And your appreciation is genuine, right? Like,
yeah,
she has an important job,
Yeah. And there have definitely been times where she did have to step in and was the only way to stop situations. So it makes sense.
Yeah. So try asking what she would rather be doing with her energy if she didn't have to step in for you. Like if you were able to handle it and she didn't have to get red hot, what would she rather be doing?
She doesn't mind her job, but she said if she could be doing something else. She seems like she likes adrenaline type things, like roller coasters, surfing, skydiving, fun, kind of adrenaline type thing.
Yeah. Are you able to see about how old she is?
It's hard to tell because she's little, but she's so strong. So her body looks like she's like 4.
And how old does she think you are?
Like 15.
Okay. It might be why she's not so confident in you handling it. So just go ahead and update her with your real age.
Okay. Yeah. She's surprised, but she's like, "Oh wow, you're real old, like a grandma."
Yeah, and then just try asking what she needs from you going forward. Like if this were to happen again, what would she need from you so that she she feels like she doesn't have to get quite so big and can avoid burning down anything that shouldn't be burned down.
Okay.
Yeah, what does she need from you?
She needs me to speak up, to stay strong, and to protect myself.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything like in the way that she communicates with you or that you communicate with her that she would like to do differently?
Not with her, but with people. She wants me to get better with boundaries and saying no.
Yeah. I wonder if that's another part, like, and you might ask her if there's another part that's kind of setting you up so that she has to come in and clean up afterwards, because another part is avoiding the boundaries or whatever. And she might be able to help you kind of identify that and get to know that other part.
Yeah, there's another part that is scared.
Yeah.
To set boundaries and to say no.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you see that, and that she's, that both of you see that, and she's able to help you recognize that. Does she feel like she trusts you? Or how's her level of trust for you now?
The part we've been working with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like she trusts me, which she's like also like, well, I'll still do my job if you don't do it,
Yeah. Yeah, good. So that's why she's there. So that makes sense. Do you want to try to shift over and get to know that other part?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the part that is afraid of setting boundaries?
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you able to locate that or describe how that feels?
Yeah, it's like a sinking feeling in my chest, and I kind of feel like a little tearful. And I see like a little, it's weird, but it looks like a little girl, maybe like 7-ish. And she looks like a Holocaust you know, I don't know, victim. She's like super, like more than skinny, and like bald, and like she's been starving, and she's, you know, kind of curled up and just scared.
How do you feel as you notice her? How do you feel towards her?
I feel curious, but there's also a judgmental part.
What's the judgmental part saying?
Like, ugh, you're weak.
Yeah. And would that part be willing to give you some space to get to know this other part?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. See if you can get this part's attention and let it know that you would like to get to know it.
Okay. Yeah, she's okay with that.
And what message does she have for you? What would she like you to know about her situation?
She has a lot of shame. She just, um, it's like she's showing me that, you know, that she has to do things that she doesn't want to do, but just to survive. So there are like sexual things and like eating maggots and she feels like trash.
And you're okay with her showing you all that?
Yeah.
Just let her know that you see that and that you have compassion towards her for being in that situation.
Okay. She's hearing it.
Yeah. And how are you being with her? Are you close to her in terms of feet away, or?
Yeah, I'm like kneeling down right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's not speaking. She's like afraid to open her mouth. She just is showing me things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say just let her keep showing you things so that you understand, and so that she feels like you fully understand.
Okay.
My next question, when you've done that with her, is going to be about if she sees you for who you really are and your true age.
Okay. Yeah, she seems happy to hear that I'm old, like surprised and happy that I'm older and that I can take care of her.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah, just let her know you want to do that. And that you want to help her get out of that situation.
Okay.
And maybe ask what she needs from you. If she needs you to go back into her time to handle anything, or anything that she needs to help you, for you to help her, to leave that behind.
Okay. Yeah, she wants me to take her away from the situation. And and she wants the monster to be set on fire.
Yeah. Is there anything else she needs from you before you take her away from the situation?
No, she just likes me to hold her.
And how about with the monster? Are you going to set it on fire or tell her about you're consuming the monster, or?
Can I let that protective part set it on fire?
I think so.
Yeah.
You're all on the same team. And then unburdening this part. Do you feel like does the part feel like she's out of that place? Have you taken her somewhere else?
Yeah. I'll take her to the cabin and the woods. Yeah.
And would she like to, does she have any feelings in her body that she would like to unburden?
Yeah. I think she wants to like throw them up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead and help her do that. Make sure she gets it all out.
Okay.
Okay. And what does she need from you going forward so that she doesn't feel like she has to go back there ever again?
To keep her safe and taken care of, fed and nurtured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's what they all seem to want.
Yeah.
You can do it. So I would just suggest, coming up with time and a place, a ritual, a way that you can connect with this part, whether it's at that lake house or wherever.
Okay.
If there's, again, maybe a place on your body that you could touch into to reestablish that connection. And just check with her, check with any part on what it looks like for you to stay connected with them in a way that works for them.
Yeah, maybe singing a song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's great. I use a lot of music for my cues and rituals throughout the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. A great way to keep something in your mind or in your heart. Is there anything we forgot? How did we do today?
Great. Yeah, it's been beautiful.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice rest of your day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.